And now for all the details. From Kabul to Colombo, South Asian nations are in crosshairs, feeling the tremors of a fresh tariff blitz from the United States. President Trump's latest executive action imposes what he calls reciprocal tariffs on over a dozen nations, many of them in South Asia. We have a report.
As the self-imposed deadline of US President Donald Trump for trade deals ended on Friday, the president signed a new executive order slapping tariffs on dozens of trading partners, including India, Pakistan, and other South Asian nations. In the executive order signed on Thursday evening local time, Trump said some trading partners, despite having engaged in negotiations, have offered terms that, in my judgment, do not sufficiently address imbalances in our trading relationship or have failed to align sufficiently with the United States on economic and national security matters, a veiled reference likely at India. In a post on social media ahead of the August 1st deadline, Trump had announced a 25% tariff along with penalties on New Delhi, despite both countries being engaged in trade negotiations. The penalties, Trump said, were due to India purchasing Russian oil and being a major importer of defense equipment from Moscow. Although talks with India are ongoing, New Delhi has vowed to protect its labor-intensive farm sector. According to a Bloomberg report, India is weighing its options to placate the White House and has ruled out immediate retaliation. However, the report adds that India has informed the US it is not keen on purchasing the F-35 stealth fighter jets offered by President Trump during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Washington.
So India should just watch out these things, how they unfold in the next, say, 2-3 months. There is no need for any countermeasures. Let's see all the announcements of Trump in the next 2-3 months, and then we can take a considered view. If retaliation is needed, we'll certainly retaliate, like we did in June 2020 against the tariffs imposed by Trump on steel and aluminum. We retaliated then. But right now, it's not the time. Let's wait for them to show all their proposals in the next few months, and then we can take a consolidated view.
While India was hit with a 25% tariff, other South Asian countries faced similar duties. Pakistan, which finalized a trade pact with Washington on Thursday, has been slapped with a 19% tariff, 10% lower than the rate Trump initially announced in April. Afghanistan has been charged 15%, while Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, previously facing tariffs of 44% and 37% respectively, have seen revised rates of 20%. India's neighbor Myanmar has faced the highest tariff in the region, with a 40% duty imposed by the White House. Unlike the April announcement, markets showed a more muted reaction this time. Trump invoked the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEPA, to declare an emergency over the growing US trade deficit and impose the new reciprocal tariffs, along with a separate emergency related to fentanyl. However, the US Court of International Trade ruled in May that these actions exceeded the president's executive authority. Judges at the US Appeals Court for the Federal Circuit in Washington also indicated skepticism during oral arguments.
Well, see, the entire Liberation Day tariff, or what they call reciprocal tariff, is based on the foundation of illegality, and I'll tell you why. Because, see, when you are a member of WTO, you negotiate a bound tariff, that you cannot go above that tariff. This reciprocal tariff does not honor that principle, number one. Secondly, it was imposed using something what they call International Emergency Economic Protection Act. That's a federal law which empowers US President to impose tariff in case of emergencies. Now, the very US Court of International Trade itself has held this particular thing illegal, because they said that this reason of they have cited a reason of trade deficit that could not be, you cannot invoke emergency, international emergency clause, national emergency clause to invoke this kind of so it has been held illegal. Now that particular thing has again been stayed by the appellate court, but the fact remains that it's an illegal tariff.